If you have a FICO score of 600 or less and you are looking for a big unsecured personal loan, listen on. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about the top 5 massive loans for FICO scores of 600 or less. Number 5, we have payoff. Our score, 8.5 over 10. So when you think about payoff, the loan amount goes from $5,000 to $40,000. The minimum credit score is 600. Okay, you can see it on the screen, 600. And the APR goes from 5.99% to 24.99%, and funds are available in 3 to 6 business days. What we love with payoff is that they're really fast in terms of funding the loan, and there are some features that you need to be aware of. So here are the pros and cons. You have a rate check, only takes minutes, customizable loan terms, money management tools, no application or late fees. This is really good. And in terms of the drawbacks, they are slower than the competitors. Origination fee, they do have an origination fee, and you have some kind of limited loan usage, okay? And one thing I want to say here is that Payoff actually bills itself as a financial wellness company, and they offer debt consolidation loans through their network of FDIC and NCUA insured lenders, okay? And they are a subsidiary of Happy Money. What I'm trying to say here is that you can only use the money for debt consolidation. You can't use the money for anything else, okay? And one thing you need to remember here is that the minimum credit score is 600, and they do drag their feet, quote unquote, in terms of dispersing the funds. All right, so we're looking at 3 to 6 business days. You have other players on today's list that will fund the loan the same day. And one thing you need to understand is that the loan range goes from $5,000 to $40,000. So if you're looking for something lower than $5,000, you don't want to go through payoff. It's very important. There are some fees and penalties you need to be aware of, okay? Payoff charges an origination fee ranging from 0% to 5% for its loan matching services, and the fee is an upfront cost taken off the top of the loan, and it's based on the repayment terms of your loan. This is very important. And if you want to apply for a loan with payoff, you need to be at least 18 years old. You need to have a valid social security number. If you have an ITIN, they might approve you in some cases, okay? And you need to have a valid checking account, a minimum FICO score of 600, and no current delinquencies. Very important. And you might need to have 2 recent pay stubs or your most recent tax return if self-employed. You need to have a recent bank statement or login credentials for online banking, and a copy of your driver's license, state issued ID or passport. So payoff, 8.5 over 10. Number 4, we have here Prosper. Our score, 9 over 10. With Prosper, you are looking at loan amounts that go from $2,000 to $40,000, $2,000 to $40,000. Okay, minimum credit score 600. You can see it on the screen. APR goes from 7.95% to 35.99%, and funds are available in 1 business day. You can get the funds within 12 hours or 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours, okay? So let me talk to you a little bit about the pros and cons. So when we think about Prosper, we are thinking about another fintech company that is doing great, okay? They have excellent customer service. What are the pros and cons here? Pros, you have good online experience overall. We love that. We love their interface. They have very intuitive designs in terms of helping you see the loan amount that whatever you owe, how much you owe, the repayment process. Very good. This is accessible to many borrowers. No prepayment penalties, and joint loan applications are possible. What about the cons? They do charge an origination fee. You have limited repayment terms, and you have high maximum interest rates, okay? Something you need to think about. And what I want to say here is that you have to remember that with Prosper, you have to think in terms of your long-term financial strategy here. They'll give you a loan, but make sure that you have a plan on how to repay it back, okay? It's very important. And Prosper is also good if you're trying to consolidate high interest debt or using a co-borrower. The only thing is Prosper, unlike Payoff, does not restrict the use of funds. You can use the money for anything you want. You can use the money to make a large purchase. You can use the money for anything, okay? So this is not a problem. Let's talk about fees and penalties. So they do charge, and I've already said it, they charge a 3.5% origination fee, okay? So, and this money is taken off before you receive the loan. And they also charge late payment fees, very important. And if you want to qualify for the Prosper loan, make sure that you have a debt to income ratio of no more than 50%, a DTI of less than 50%. Your stated income must be actually more than $18,000 a year. No bankruptcies filed within the last 12 months, and you have fewer than 5 credit bureau inquiries within the last 6 months, and minimum of 3 open trades reported on your credit report. This is very important. And one thing I want to say here also, of course, you need to have a valid checking account. You also need to be at least 18 or 21 years old, depending on the states where you're applying from, okay? And in terms of your income, $18,000 minimum, $18,000. Number 4, folks, we have here lending points. Our score, number 3, lending points. Our score 9/10. And when you think about lending points, I want you to think about a lender that has variety. They have actually a diversity of loans, okay? Here are the pros and cons. So they have options for people with low credit scores, no prepayment penalties, and they have quick funding. In some cases, you might get the cash within 24 hours. This is really good. And the cons, no joint loans. You have a high maximum APR that goes all the way to 35.99%. And they do also charge an origination fee, okay? So Lending Point is actually based in Atlanta, and they offer personal loans and business loans to borrowers in 48 states, okay? And what we love here is that the loan amount goes from $2,000 to $36,500. Okay, that's the range we are playing with here. The APR goes from 9.99% to 35.99%, and the minimum credit score 590. And the time to receive the money, as soon as 1 business day. Okay, this is something to think about. And what about the repayment terms? You are looking at 24 months to 60 months, so that's about 2 years to 5 years. Okay, and to qualify for the and we love the fact that there is no restriction with this loan. Okay, you can actually use a Lending Point personal loan for any legal purposes. It has to be a legit purpose, right? Such as consolidating debt or paying for a wedding. To qualify, you need to have a credit score of at least 590 or 580. It really depends. And you need to have an annual income of 25,000 or higher. You also need to be at least 18 years old, have a photo ID issued by a federal, state, or local government. You need to have a social security number. You need to have a verifiable personal bank account in your name. If you don't have a social, let's say you are in the States as a foreigner and you work here, you have a bank account here, you could qualify for a Lending Point loan if you've been here for at least 3 years and you have an ITIN, an individual tax identification number, okay? And let's talk about fees and penalties. So Lending Point will charge an origination fee of up to 6% of the loan amount. And you can have this upfront fee deducted from your loan instead of paying out of pocket. So this is really good. And what else? So there is no application fee, and you will not get penalized if you choose to pay your loan off early. Okay, and how do you apply for a loan with Lending Point? You need to put the desired loan amount, the purpose of the loan, your date of birth, the email address and phone number on the account, your income information, and the last 4 digits of your social security number. And you can also do a soft pull. So you have to go on the website and you can see, they will say like, check my options. This is where they run a soft check on your credit, and they will provide a few offers based on the information you provided. Number 2, folks, we have here Avant. Our score 9.5/10. With Avant, you have good quality loans. Okay, you basically, what we love with Avant is that the application process is very simple, it's very fast. You have loan amounts from $2,000 to $35,000, minimum credit score 580. And the APR oscillates from 9.95% to 35.99%. and funds are available within 1 business day. Okay, and Avant is one of, again, Avant, Prosper, Payoff. They're part of a new wave of fintechs. They are doing fantastically, and we love Avant because they're constantly innovating. Okay, and here is a breakdown of some of the benefits and drawbacks of Avant personal loans. So let's talk about the pros. You have a range of loan amounts. They have a sophisticated, very user-friendly mobile app. They have fast funding times, and there is no prepayment penalty. What about the cons? No co-borrowers acceptable. Okay, they have high APR caps, 35.89%. They have steep fees, and they're not available in all states. One thing to really think about. Okay, and what I want to say here is that so loan amounts $2,000 to $35,000. Okay, and APR goes from 10% to 36%. And one thing you also need to understand is that with Avant, you need to think about lending terms. So the lending terms are pretty, I would say, pretty flexible, but they go from 24 to 60 months. Okay. However, you are free to pay off your loan early without incurring a prepayment penalty. Okay, something really good to think about. And you might have to pay, not might have to pay, you will pay a non-refundable administrative fee of up to 4.75% that comes out of your loan before the funds are disbursed to you. Okay, and also Avant charges a $25 late fee if your payment is late by 10 days or more, plus $15 if you don't have enough money in your bank account to cover your monthly installment. How do you apply for a loan with Avant? They will need from you your personal information, including address, phone number, email, and social security number, your monthly net income, your monthly housing income, the length of time at your current address, the desired loan amount and intended use, and the estimated credit score. They'll do a soft pull also. By the way, if you don't have a social security number, you can always provide an ITIN. If you've been in this country for 3 years at least, you work and you have a bank account. Okay, you need to be able to but the only thing is, without a social, your payment history will not be reported to a credit bureau. This is the only thing. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about the top 5 loans for FICO scores of 600 or less. And number 1, the best of the best in our view, is Navy Federal. Our score, 10 over 10. With Navy Federal, you have a minimum credit score of 525. The APR goes from 7.49 to 18%, and the loan amount goes from $250 to $50,000. Okay, and obviously this is a great offer here. And what are the pros and cons? No origination fee. Navy Fed actually offers a wide constellation of loan amounts and repayment terms, and they're able to fund loans the same day. And they offer co-signed, joint, and secure loan options. And we also love the fact that Navy Fed is really transparent when it comes to their prices. And they are among the very few lenders who do that, and we appreciate that a lot. And what about the cons here? What are the drawbacks of this loan? Well, you got to be a credit union member. Obviously, Navy Fed has military roots, but nowadays you don't need military affiliation to qualify for a membership. So just give them a call and you should be in. Okay, and there is no option to pre-qualify for this loan. So basically, once you decide, they are going right away with the hard pull. They're not doing a soft pull first and then a hard pull. They're doing a hard pull right away. And there's no rate discount for auto pay in some cases, and there's no option to change your payment dates. Okay, so when we talk about Navy Fed, we're talking about a credit union that is that operates nationwide. Okay, they have branches all over the country. You are able to get loans, credit cards. You can get also auto loans and mortgages and so on and so forth. And again, one thing I want to say is that if you are affiliated with the military, that's fine. But if you're not, you can still qualify. Not a problem. Okay. And we love the fact that you have affordability. This loan is affordable. So Navy Federal really stands out in terms of their customer service. They have affordable loans. They are flexible. In other words, they offer multiple loan types. Okay, they don't allow changes to payment due dates though, but they are available in all 50 states. Okay, and we also love the fact that this is an institution that constantly innovate. And we love the customer service 24/7, US based, not a problem. And if you want to qualify for a Navy Fed loan, obviously you need to be a member. You need to have annual income of $18,000. That's $1,500. That's gross income every month. You need to specify the desired loan amounts and term, your current employment details and income, your contact information, including phone number and email address, your personal details, and also the personal details of your co-applicant or co-borrower, if applicable. Okay, this is very important, and you can apply online, by phone, at a branch, or through the lender's mobile app. I actually have for you, if you have been listening so far and you're still here, I have two bonuses for you. And the first one is Stilt. Stilt, our score, 8/10. With Stilt, you have an APR that goes from 7.99% to 35.99%, and the loan amount $1,000 to $35,000. Okay, and there's no minimum FICO, and the term 1 to 3 years. What we love with Stilt is that they're doing something totally unheard of. And obviously, when it comes to what they're doing, is kind of similar to what Tomo is doing in the credit card game. So basically, Stilt is a fintech company that is built to help those who are unbankable and those who are immigrants in this country get credit. Okay, so they have loans for immigrants and the underserved. So no cosigner required, no prepayment fees, and checking for the rate will not impact your credit score. So they have a soft pull system in place, okay? And we love that. We love the fact that this is a company that is mission driven. They're trying to help things, they're trying to change things around. So you get a loan in 4 easy steps. You submit an application. It takes less than 5 minutes. They will verify your information. You'll get a decision within 24 hours. You'll receive an offer. There are no hidden fees. Everything is transparent, and you get your funds, okay? As soon as the next day. This is what it is. Now, everyone is eligible. Okay, so what Stilt says is that they look at a holistic profile of individuals and do not rely only on traditional credit history. So they will look at all indications of financial responsibility. So your current employment or employability, your education, your degree, okay, your financial behavior, okay. And the good thing is they will report your payments to the credit bureaus every month. Right now, they're not reporting to Equifax. They're only reporting to Experian and TransUnion, okay? And you are basically able to have access to great customer service. And one thing I also want to say is that they do pay attention to a few derogatory items that may disqualify you. If you have, so what I'm trying to say is, if you have credit, that's fine. If you don't have credit, it's fine too. But if you have credit, make sure that you don't have defaults, collections, or bankruptcies on your credit. This might disqualify you with this lender, okay? Right now, they're not available nationwide. They're still rolling out their business model. They are available in Arizona, Illinois, Florida, Texas, Pennsylvania, California, Missouri, Washington State, Utah, Ohio, Georgia, New York, New Jersey, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Massachusetts, and Virginia. So any other states, they're not available, okay? So we're just gonna put on the screen all the states so you can see if your state is in and if you qualify. The second bonus I wanna share with you today is net credit. Our score, 6.5/10. And net credit is interesting also because they have a service, they have a business model that might apply to some people. And the loan amounts here are a little lower, $5,000 to $10,000. Okay, the minimum credit score is not specified on their website, but based on our research, if you have 500 as a minimum credit score, they will take you in. They will consider you. The APR goes from 19.99% to 155%, 155%. This is kind of huge. Yes, but that's what it is. Okay, it comes with this territory here. So we are talking about, because they really focus on subprime borrowers. Let's just say it. Subprime borrowers, okay? And funds could be available within a day, okay? And one thing I want to say here is that this is basically a lender who will work with you to make sure that you are building or rebuilding your credit, okay? They do understand that you are considered subprime because of your credit, of your past history, but they will work with you. And one thing I want to say is that here are the pros and cons of net credit. They have loans for people with poor credit. So they do not advertise a minimum credit score, and but we all know that they are serving people who are quote unquote underserved by traditional lenders, okay? And they also have flexible loan terms. While terms vary by state, NetCredit's personal loans comes with repayment terms of anywhere from 6 to 60 months. What about the cons? NetCredit is not available in all states. They are only available right now, as of the date of this show, in 36 states. So you will not be eligible for a personal loan if you live outside of their footprint, okay? You want to make sure that you go to the website or you contact them to learn more, okay? And no co-signers are basically allowed, and they also have high APRs. So the bottom line here is that here is a borrower that can help you out, but you just want to double check, make sure that you're comfortable with the fees, because by the way, they do have high fees and penalties, okay? They don't charge a prepayment penalty. However, they might charge you a late payment fee. They might charge you an origination fee of 5% or more of the loan amount. So it really depends on your situation, and please double check the fine prints before you apply for a loan, okay? If you want to apply for this loan from NetCredit, they'll ask for your name and birth date, the amount you would like to borrow. There is a possibility of pre-qualifying or having a soft pull, okay? They'll ask the loan purpose, whether you own or rent your home, and your home address or an email address, okay? And one thing they might ask you is also employment and income details. Very important. Okay, overall, what I'm trying to say here is that I've given you a few pointers, if you will, about the top 5 or top 7 loans for FICO scores of 600 or less. It's important to understand that you before you get those loans, before you apply for those personal loans, there are a few things you need to pay attention to. First, you want to pay attention to the fees, to the fine prints. You want to pay attention to the reputation of the lender. This is important. And personal loans for FICO scores of 600 or less can help you finance things like credit card debt consolidation, emergency expenses, and home improvements. Okay, you can also use these loans for major expenses such as a dream vacation or a wedding. But keep in mind that the best personal loans for FICO scores of 600 or less may have high interest rates compared to personal loans for people with strong credit. Okay, so if you had time to wait before borrowing, it may help to build your credit before applying to try to receive better loan terms. And it's all about being financially responsible, folks, okay? If you really need the funds now, adding a co-signer or co-applicant to your loan may help you qualify for a loan or get a better interest rates. Okay, so things that you need to think about. And one thing I also want to make sure that you remember is you want to shop around. Please, shop around. You want to compare and contrast. Shopping around and comparing loan terms before you make a decision can empower you to make the best choice possible for your situation, okay? Always apply for pre-qualification. You want to avoid hard pulls right off the bat, okay? If you apply for pre-qualification, you will have a sense of the loan terms that you might receive. So take advantage of that opportunity. Again, all of the lenders that we show in today's conversation, they offer, most of them, not all, but most of them have a pre-qualification process that will not hurt your credit score. Just keep in mind that the formal application process may include a hard credit check, which can lower your credit score by 5 to 10 points, in some cases 15 points, but it is worth it, okay? And the last thing I want you to think about is the monthly payments. Make sure that those monthly payments are in sync with your budget, that you can afford them. Okay, they must fit within your budget. It's also important to understand that your final loan approval or terms may differ from what you see during the pre-qualification process. Okay, so please make sure that you read the fine print of any offers you get, and make sure that you not just read once, you want to read it twice or 3 times, especially if you are applying for a loan over 5 years. Make sure that you really before you get stuck into something for the long run. Make sure that you read those fine prints thoroughly. Thank you so much, folks. Let's just quickly recap today's conversation. I was talking to you about the top 5 loans for FICO scores of 600 or less. And at number 1, we have Navy Federal, 10 over 10. Number 2, we have Avant, 9.5 over 10. Number 3, we have Landing Point, 9 over 10. Number 4, we have Prosper, 9 over 10. Number 5, we have Payoff, 8.5 over 10, and I gave you 2 bonuses. We have Stilt, and the score is 8 over 10, and then we have Net Credit, 6.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll see you next time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.